Welcome back. Infinite Arts Mart. That was fusion jazz. I discovered a little Chilean jazz recently, and it sounded a lot like Al de Meola, so we did a little bit of Electric Rendezvous. We love the month of April. It's the national month of jazz and poetry. So, trying to be a little jazzy and poetic. And Infinite Arts Mart's all about promoting the arts, promoting you as artists. If you are an artist, contact me at iamnancyshow@gmail.com and come be on the show. And it's a paying gig. I'm going to pay all my guests from here on out. So come and visit me and spend some time, and we'll do a little interview and promote you and present you and some of what you do. And we go out of the box. We're going to do all kinds of artistic endeavors. You know, art is life, right? And life is art. So what are you have a specialty in? What is your artistic talent for whatever subject or medium? Let's explore it and promote the arts together. That's what this is all about. And we're going to promote businesses that promote the arts. Are you a business that loves the arts, and why? And what is your business, and what is your art in it? There's art in every business, you know? So contact me again at iamnancyshow@gmail.com, and let's put it out there. And every purchase or donation or tip or buy me a coffee, 10% is going to go to help the poor to have a cup of coffee, or a whole meal, or clothing, or, you know, whatever their basic needs are. And then hopefully they can enjoy the arts too. Maybe we can send some painting sets to some children, or some harmonicas to children, or adults. Maybe some adults need some nice clothing, and we can promote the arts and at the same time help those most in need. Here on Infinite Arts Mart, where art makes you smart and happy, and dare I say holy, as we explore here the sacred beauty and joy of art in our life. Okay, funny, you know, even in these days leading up to Easter and during Lent, there can be joy out there. And let me tell you what I found. Well, you know how my last show I talked about my microwave broke down, so I'm learning to work without one. I'm using the stovetop. I'm setting the timer. It's very important because you still need to know the timing of things and how long it takes to heat up a pot of hot water for a cup of tea, right? Or coffee. And how long does it take to reheat something on the stove? And so I'm using that timer a lot. Well, I had another appliance breakdown. Yes, my vintage toaster. This cool chrome, very wide, held bagels and everything, thick bread if you wanted. It had all these different settings. Well, it went on the blink too, because you know when some of the settings come back, like for a while I couldn't use the bagel setting, and while it's breaking down, I'm trying everything, you know, and the bagel setting came on again, but it still wasn't really heating up. You know, I cranked it all the way up and it wasn't really toasting. So, out. Which is actually wonderful because less is more, right? I mean, now I'm getting counter space. The microwave was huge. It took up a great big section of my kitchen, and this toaster was quite large too, you know. And I have a toaster oven. So I'm learning now to use my toaster oven, which is a science in itself, right? It's got timer, it's got different settings like broil or toast or bake, or, you know, what do you want to do, Nancy? You know, mostly really wanting to just toast things or maybe reheat them. So, but learning how much temperature that takes and how much time. I'm burning a couple things here and there, you know. I'm having to chuck a couple pieces of bread that really got too dark. I don't care for dark, well done things. I'm learning though, and I'm really enjoying the extra space, you know, for perhaps nothing much for your eye to fall upon. It's a wonderful thing, minimalism. You know, I have it in my ancestry, Scandinavian, you know. So, yeah, that's been fun. Of course, we've had Christmas sightings, you know. Now I'm returning home and I'm driving along the river and I'm seeing whole groups of people in their red t-shirts. So, I think they are an organization or some sort of association, and they have red as their t-shirts. Last month I saw 2 men on St. Patrick's Day with the same t-shirt on and the same dark slacks, so they're probably part of the same group. But it was a Christmas day because all that green, and then I saw red. So this was extra fun. A whole group of people with red t-shirts on. And then, after I passed them, what flew by? A male cardinal. A red, bright red little bird. And then I saw a couple more of them. A couple days later, they've been popping up. The female too. She's quite red too. She's reddish brown. But, yeah, so those were fun, and I've been trying to catch them with the camera. I'll maybe load up a couple pictures I've got of the cardinals. They're so sweet. They have such a sweet little song, too, you know, singing in spring. And what else? I love the thistle, and the thistles are out. Ever since I was a child, we had thistles in the country. Purple, bright purple thistles. And I would be given a pair of scissors to go out and cut them and bring them home, and gloves. You have to have thick gloves. And I would bring one home for Mom and everybody to enjoy. And so I tried to do that the other day. I always have a pair of scissors in my car for those extra times when I need to do some taping and shipping right out of my car and get it to the mailbox or the post office. And so I took my scissors, I pulled over, I took my scissors to try to cut this thistle. And it broke the scissors. That's how tough it was. Out with the scissors, you know. Gotta get a new pair, or, you know, rotate some scissors, get a new pair. That's what I did for that car. And then I thought, well, do I have gloves? I didn't have good enough gloves. But I tried it, and the thistle went right through the glove, and I'm like, no, I'm just going to let this beautiful thing grow. And then I thought later, well, maybe if I get some good gloves, I should pull it up from the roots and plant it. Because there's plenty out there in the wild, you know. Nobody's going to miss it out there. And we could just have them growing in my own back porch. to enjoy on a daily basis. So that was the next thought. And last but not least, further down on the roadway, I saw the water birds in their usual spot, and there must have been an elderly roseate spoonbill because he was huge, and it was very light pink. I mean, lighter than this, and only a little bit of pink on the feathers. And it was such a, I've never seen such a big roseate spoonbill. So I figured that was Granddaddy or Grandma, you know. Such a beautiful sight. And so get out there and see some of this beautiful spring that's happening. That's what I have for you, my awe and funny, kind of funny awe. And we're going to close out on that, and we will see you on the next show. And we're going to talk about some of these beautiful items that we have. I talked about Chilean jazz. I played a little bit of it. And I will put those links below. And some of it I'm just learning, so. But I'm getting the feel for these interesting jazz fusion sounds. And I have a Chilean saint, and I have a Chilean poet artist for you. And then, of course, our April birthdays. So stay tuned, and remember to like and share and subscribe, please. And contact me again at iamnancyshow@gmail.com. Come be on the show. I can come to you, perhaps, if you're local, and we can do a show on the road. And I'm going to pay you. This is a paying gig. Because this is what I thought of when I first had this idea. If I could have my own brick and mortar place, I would pay the artists what they really deserve. So I'm excited about the future, and if I don't see you until after Easter for the next part 2 of the April show, have a very, very happy Easter. It's the most glorious time of the year. I think April is one of the most beautiful months there is. I was just saying to a friend of mine who's has a birthday this month. So stay tuned and promote the arts on Infinite Arts Mart. Bye now.